Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the video today. We're going to be covering the installation process for a Arctic Cat Evo front bumper for my 24 ZR600 Catalyst. These are a few shots of the stock bumper, which came from the factory. It does a fine job by itself, but it does lack a little bit of protection. I had a few run-ins in the past where there's something hidden under the snow, or you take a corner a little too fast, hit a tree, and this front area of the snowmobiles are very susceptible to damage, especially since the intake and A-arms and a lot of critical systems are up there, so I was looking for a little bit more protection. So here are a few tools that we're going to use today to get this bumper installed. You'll see on there a torque wrench. Make sure that it's a 1/4 inch variety that you can use inch pounds on. Here's a quick snapshot of the instructions. And here's an overall view of the bumper straight out of the box. First step of installing this new bumper is to remove the hood and both side panels to expose the fastening system of the stock bumper. When you remove the hood, don't forget to remove the electrical connection located just above the exhaust silencer. Once those hood and panels are removed, that reveals the stock bumper fasteners. Total of 4 of them, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. So we'll get in there with some tools and remove those 4 items. I used a combination of an 8mm socket and ratchet, as well as an 8mm open-end wrench. And once those 4 cap screws are removed, the bumper should be free. Just pull forward on the bumper to remove it. Set that aside. Alright, and after the front bumper is removed, next up is removing these 2 T25 screws underneath the belly pan area. And then after those are removed, what I'm doing here is installing 4 U-nuts, including with the bumper, 2 for each side. There's a pocket machined on each side of the bumper to insert these into, and I'll show you a close-up next after I get this complete. So here you can see the machine pocket, and then the U-nuts on both sides, left and right. Total of 4 pieces. So with the U-nuts installed, now it's time to seat the bumper. And so it'll go into the exact same slots that the factory one did up top. So get that aligned, and then we'll insert back in those 4 cap screws we took out. And once those 4 cap screws are in, then we're going to insert those 2 T25 screws down below. Guys, hot tip on the instructions. CAT incorrectly states to reuse the existing self-tapping screws here. That's incorrect. They included longer ones with the bumper kit. Use the longer ones instead of reusing the original screws. You'll be a lot happier. Alright guys, also with the alignment of those 2 T25 screws, I couldn't get them quite aligned with the chassis holes. So I took a ratchet strap, set the parking brake on the track, hooked one end into the track window, the other end into the mesh area of the bumper, pulled the bumper towards the rear of the sled, which made the holes align, which allowed me to get the 2 longer T25 screws lined up and anchored into the bottom belly pan area. And once I had those in there, before I tilted the sled back down, I grabbed a torque wrench and set it to 35 inch-pounds and torqued both of these T25 screws. Alright guys, so with those properly torqued, we can set the sled back down, and now we can focus on the 4 cap screws up on the top part of the bumper. So with these 4 screws now accessible again, we're going to torque these to 70 inch-pounds a piece, 70 inch-pounds. And with those torqued, the bumper is now properly seated on the chassis, and everything's looking good so far. Our next step will be to put the panels back on. here's a good front shot of the protection that this thing is going to provide for us. And so the hood and panel reassembly process begins. Take note just to ensure that there's no interference between the bumper and any panel or hood part. And boom, we got those panels and hood installed, and this is the final product. Super happy with it. Here's a great shot just showing the underneath and frontal protection plus grab points that this thing's going to provide for us. Super happy with it. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you liked what you see, and we'll catch you guys on the next vid. Thank you.